So of course, no auto assembly would be complete without a whole haul of plastic goodness. And as you can see, this is mine. But before we get on to the actual toys, I want to look at the reading material that I got there. So we got this exclusive comic, limited edition it says there, covering all 30 years of Transformers. It includes the VOC from Beast Wars, it covers every continuity, a quite nice little retcon here as to why the movieverse Transformers are just so violent. Absolutely love that. Yeah, it's quite an interesting read, so if you ever get the chance to pick it up, then do it. I mean, it's not sort of IDW worthy, but it's still quite a fun read, so yeah, I quite like that. I got my copy of Last Stand of the Wreckers signed by Nick Roche and James Roberts. So as you can see there, that's a little doodle done by Nick Roche. Says "For Joe Wreck and Rule." A little Iron Fist there. Love that. It's so nice and stuff. Yeah. James Roberts here says, "Spoiler alert: Iron Fist is dying." No. Bad memories, no. And that is pretty much all, that's all the standalone reading material, so let's go on to this. So we'll start at the front with this wonderful little chap, which is Mech Ideas Gauntlet, aka Iron Fist. This was my first purchase at Auto Assembly. As soon as I saw him, I just went straight for the Kapow Toys stand and grabbed him, and he's just so nice and so just adorable in how small he is. I love him so much, and it's an excellent price as well. £25, only recently released. This is the regular version of the release. There are 3 versions total. There's Iron Fist on his own, there's Crankcase, I think, who is a slight retool and repaint of him. And then there's the Battle Damage version, I think it's called War Gauntlet, which has lots of hand-applied battle damage to him, including like bullet holes actually drilled into him, and of course the bullet hole in his head. And we all know what all that's about there. He comes with this little tech spec card, very nice card. Comes with the tech specs and a little description there, so that's quite nice as well. What I do really love though is the box art and how it reflects the cover of Last Stand of the Wreckers, like the silhouette, the colours. It's just a really lovely box, and I don't know, I can't throw this away, it's just too nice. So yeah, it's brilliant. I love all that. Alright, so put you to the side, we'll go for this guy next. So this is RID Super Sideburn. You can tell he's a super version because the regular version is blue, this guy's red. The reason I picked this guy up is because he evoked Hot Rod Rodimus. Got him for £10, which wasn't too bad, and then after tinkering with him for a while, I thought it was quite it was sort of like a novelty item, and then I realised sort of he's not very practical to use in animation, so what I've done is I've stuck a Shattered Glass Autobot symbol on top of him, and this is pretty much the Shattered Glass tracks. Yeah, so I'm okay with this. I mean, it's probably my least favourite of everything I bought at the convention, but it's quite nice. I mean, this is sort of proper metal. Plastic there, and these are actual rubber tyres, so very nice sort of early 2000s toy engineering here. Can't really be bothered to get him into robot mode, it's a bit of a pain, but it's certainly a very nice car mode. And yeah, so that's Sideburn, Rodimus Tracks, whatever I'm going to call him. So next we shall take this fine gentleman, which as you can tell is the new Armada Generation Starscream. I'm quite fond of this. I do like it. Probably not the best Starscream, but it's really nice to have a Starscream which isn't movie or G1 reminiscent, and I'm pleased it's this one actually. And he came with the comic as well, which is, it has it's an issue of Dark Cybertron, I believe. I haven't really been following the IDW continuity in terms of like actually getting issues, but it's an okay read. So very nice colours and things. It's all very pretty, and yeah, that's that. I'm glad I got this variant with the comic though. So yeah, Starscream's pretty nice, good head sculpt. The cannon's just sort of a bit meh about. I mean, they sort of block his range of vision there. It's a really nice jet mode though, like really sort of sleek and sexy, and I love it. Next up we shall take Breakdown over here. This is the Transformers, I think it's the subscription service, Breakdown. He's a repaint, and of course has a new head. Repaint of, I think it's Universe Sideswipe and Sunstreaker. Pretty nice actually. Got this guy for 25 quid, and I wanted him to be sort of like the crowning purchase of the convention, something with which I could say, just pick that up and say, yeah, I'm satisfied to go away with the convention with this guy. And he's decent. Probably not a favourite, but he's an exclusive, and to get him for that cheap is, I mean, how can I pass up on that offer? So Breakdown's nice, and yeah, that's that. Just get this over here. You're probably wondering why I bought a trailer. Well, I've been looking for one of these trailers for a very long time, because I wanted to give my first edition Optimus a trailer. That's the Prime Optimus Prime from the first edition, and this was perfect because it also has the little nail there, which is a mod you can do to hook up Prime to the trailer. I mean, that works with the first edition, but just to demonstrate, I'll get out my Dark Energon version here. So that's that, and you just have to fit that back. Goes into that little peg there, and voila, it works marvellously, and it looks fantastic. So yeah, and you can open it up as well, store all the MechTech weapons inside. So just that. There you go. This is really nice, and I got that for £7, and I'm more pleased with that than I am with many of my other purchases, to be honest. Which is a bit silly because that's just a trailer, but yeah. Where next? We'll go over here. War for Cybertron Megatron needs no introduction. I really like it. Great head sculpt, great cannon. Iffy on the vehicle mode. But yeah, he's decent. I want to make a custom Megatron with a Dark of the Moon Skyhammer, and using War for Cybertron Megatron's head and fusion cannon, but Max is being all hissy fit about it and going like, no, how can you destroy such a masterpiece? And like, I can sort of see, I know why he loves this thing. So I'm trying to find a second one, preferably a Junker. There was one at the convention, a Junker Megatron. I think it was going for about £8. This guy was for £8 as well, but the other one was missing various limbs, but I just wanted the head really. So yeah, I like this guy, he's fairly good. So yes, next up, the Transformers Collectors Club. I think is he's a freebie for the subscription service. This is Depth Charge, who is a repaint of Hunt for the Decepticons Terradive. I mean, I think you can see why I picked this guy up. He is just gorgeous. Oh, I love him. Beautiful. I try to get rid of my my Terradive, which I bought last year, because he smelled very much of nicotine, and no amount of ultrasound and soap baths could actually get rid of that smell completely. I managed to get rid of him at the sales table, and I got this guy, and I'm extremely pleased with him. So yes, he's really beautiful, and he was £25–30, so not bad again for a free figure normally. I mean, I'm not really I'm not interested in signing up for the club or anything, so I think £30 for this guy is a very good deal. So that's him. Now we'll go to over here, Generations Black Shadow. He's shorter than I thought he would be. This guy I got for £20–25, I believe. He looks nice. My only problem with him is like how small he is, and also how like simple the transformation is. I know he's based off a character from, I think it's either Master Force or Victory. And this is based off his IDW appearance, I believe. So I don't think it's an awful figure. I just wish he was a bit taller and not so simple. But it's quite a fun jet mode. Really nice head sculpt. The guns are quite nice. He's very humanoid, and basically his transformation is just put all the jet bits on his back. But what are you going to do about that, really? So, not a bad pickup. So back you go. Let's go over here. Hunt for the Decepticons Axor. I've got the lockdown version of this mold, and I absolutely adore that. That's among like my top 10 favourite figures. This guy, I wouldn't put him in the top 10. I mean, it's a nice redeco. And he was £10, I believe. It's a pretty sweet figure, I'll admit. My only gripe is that this little arm cannon thing falls off quite easily, and there's not really much I can do about that. But yeah, it's very nice. I really like the head sculpt. It's got some excellent light piping. Just this head is really nice and chunky. It feels very solid. I like it. And yeah, that's pretty much Axor. I mean, what else can I say about him? Okay, so another recent release. This is Generations Roadbuster. I haven't put any of the stickers on him yet because I'm thinking of doing a custom with this particular figure. I won't say anything just yet, but I don't want to be putting on any stickers if I'm going to use this Roadbuster. I will get a second one though at some point, but I don't know which of those two will be that custom. He's very nice actually. Got plenty of guns, fairly simple transformation, but not sort of boringly easy. Like quite an inventive use of the feet, making up the vehicle mode. Really nice head sculpt, although light piping is sort of non-existent because they painted the visor. But yeah, all round, fairly nice figure, and I couldn't haggle him down to anything below 30, so I had to deal with that, and I'm not really regretting that pickup, really. So yeah, that's that. Penultimate purchase. I'm really having to reach now. This is the first edition Bumblebee figure. This was another sort of impulse buy. This was the actual final figure I bought. Like, Breakdown was meant to be the final purchase, but I couldn't really pass up on this guy. He's quite nice, actually. Quite wide and bulky. I mean, the arms also quite loose. They just swing down really easily. But I don't think it's an awful figure. Yeah, the door wings at the back don't really sort of pose that well. Yeah, he came with an extra arm-mounted blaster, which comes from the RID version. That's him. So he's got the little connector port just at the top there. So it's an extra gun. What can I say? I'm glad I got this guy for the price I found him at. I tried to haggle him down to I think it was about 10. He was going for 15, and this was a better option because there was another one on sale in package for 25 quid, and just like, no. See, I'm not the biggest fan of Bumblebee, but since I couldn't really haggle him down below 15 and there wasn't anything else I wanted to get, I picked this guy up. So yeah, kind of happy with him. Not my favourite of all my buys, but a decent pick. I'm really having to reach now. So thank goodness this is the last one. This is in the extremely big leader class animated Ultra Magnus. The only thing that's wrong with him is a broken antenna up here. He's quite nice, I think. The vehicle mode is really cool, I'll admit. Just that huge APC, it's just a monster. I love that vehicle mode, it's so good. The robot mode's not the best. I took the batteries out so that he won't be going, "Don't be a fool, Optimus. It's not your blah, blah," or something like that. I don't know. Don't be a hero. That's it. So it came with the Magnus hammer here. Took me a while to realise how to work it. So you just have to, like that, just pull it up slightly, and the hammer bits spring out, and then he can be Thor. And that's wonderful. He's got loads of weapons. I mean, there's these cannons on the back which have even smaller cannons on top. There are these concealed ones inside, if I can open him up. There we go. Some concealed ones there and on his other shoulder as well. There are some inside the headlights here, but I can't really seem to get into them without using sort of excessive force. So I'm sort of leaving those really. I think I got this guy for £20, I think that was it. He was on offer for 25, and the guy selling him said that every time someone picked him up, he would go over and say the only thing wrong with him is the broken antenna, and then people would just go, "Eh," and put him down. So haggled him down to 20 quid. I think that was my only successful haggle of the entire weekend. So yeah, I'm fairly pleased with him. So that's Ultra Maggie. Blah. So yeah, that is my auto assembly haul.